We take a lot of pride within our family, and we truly love to spend time with our family. My grandmother's, you know, she's the best. I can call her at 3 in the morning and say, "Grandma, I'm hungry. I'm coming over," and she'll whip up a meal without a question. You know, she's awesome. And she keeps us together. There's nothing in this world makes my grandmother happier than saying, "Hey, you know, I'm gonna cook a meal, have everybody come over." To see us all together, to her, is her biggest joy, you know.
The people around this table, both male and female, represent some of the finest bodybuilding and bikini competitors in the New York, New Jersey area. Victor Martinez is here, still recovering from a broken arm. Jon De La Rosa and Rivera are two of the fastest rising stars in bodybuilding. Swann Cardot and Yeshaira Robles are making waves in figure and bikini, and all of this is overseen by William "Pops" De La Rosa, Jon's father, who is himself a longtime amateur bodybuilder. Together, they make up an extended family of sorts, a subgroup of Hispanic bodybuilders within the East Coast bodybuilding scene, drawn together by a common heritage and, of course, by their love of the sport. The food is plentiful, as is the laughter, and the conversation inevitably turns to Victor's recent incarceration and unfortunate injury.
You'll come back, you know, those are just little setbacks.
Like I told you, in Mexico, you gotta put yourself...
I already been back. It's more like vindication.
You've been coming back every time.
Yeah. I thought you were back already. Like, yeah, I'm knocking again.
I think you don't realize how much you affect people, man.
Yeah.
Without even having to say nothing. Just your aura, just your presence dictates a lot I mean, at least for me and Jon. You was part of the conversation 95% of the time. You know, as lonely and as quiet it may have been for you to go through that process, because I can kind of relate to that situation and
a little quiet in there.
Yeah.
I still was worried about this guy in there.
You was definitely involved in everybody's lives strongly, very, very strongly. And you know, it's amazing how you just had that ability to dictate people's lives without even being there. First time I seen Vic, I mean, was through magazines, but seeing him in person and training, because the first time I saw him was during the training session. I couldn't take my eyes off the dude, man. You know, it was just it's almost like seeing a superhero. Now, once I started to get to know Vic personally, that's when it just took off for me, because I just started to realize we had so much in common.
Like what?
Just pain, man. Pain. Life hasn't been easy. Even to this point, it hasn't been easy. There's always things in the way. You know, when he lost his sister, you know, it just, those things hurt me just as much as if they were my family, you know. A lot of the accomplishments we've had, you know, especially us, you know, being minorities, being Spanish, coming from where we come from and having all the hardships, and still being able to prevail. It's I mean, look at it, even trickles down. It just continues to trickle down, and it's like now she surpassed me, and it's just like, you know, it's amazing how this stuff happens. But needless to say, you definitely, you know, at this table, you're the father seed of that. And you know, I just want you to know that it's very appreciative. A lot of what you've done. And
some strong words, man.
The magazines, the little shout-outs that you... I remember when he showed me the magazine, that you was shouting me out for my accomplishments while you was going through your process. It's like, it's heart-wrenching, you know, but it also pushed me and us to get to where we're at. You paved the way. Definitely, and you're gonna continue to pave the way because this year coming up,
That's right.
it's gonna be something big and special, man.
We look at Victor, you know, kind of like the big brother. You know, he was always there for us to guide us in the right way, whether it was something to do with bodybuilding or outside of bodybuilding. He's always there for us. He's helped us, you know, training-wise, supplementation, nutrition. I mean, there isn't an aspect in this sport that he hasn't been there for us. So, you know, and he kind of was the first one there, you know, for Hispanics.
Slow it down, John, slow it down. Get the heels in more, that one. Okay.
You know, he kind of paved the way for us, and you know, we don't want to let him down. We want to continue on that same path and, you know, be great athletes like he is.
Just the fact that Victor is just another one of the guys out of New York, and being so productive, and you're doing the same things I'm doing, yet you going to the Olympia stage was just incredible to me, and it made me feel like I can do this too, you know?
At one of the last few remaining hardcore gyms in the area, Victor works in with the guys, though he is still struggling to rehabilitate his broken arm. Goofing around arm wrestling with a fan in Mexico got a little out of hand, and now Victor must contend with this latest injury. Several days a week you will find Martinez here, working to regain his grip and flexibility before too much of the muscle atrophies.
Okay. You have any pain with that?
No.
Okay. So probably what's limiting all of your elbow extension here is some inflammation inside the joint just from having a surgery and an injury. That really shouldn't be a problem. To get you all the way straight, I don't really feel a lot of resistance here. Now, in terms of, the doctor also wrote something about your wrist.
Yeah, when I actually injured my arm, broke the bone, it affected the radial nerve, so it was pulled.
Okay.
So that in turn affected my flexion in my wrist.
Nerves regrow pretty slowly. It's about 1 millimeter a month. You know, maybe 1 centimeter a month. I could be off on that, but basically it takes a long time to grow. So you have to allow your body to heal itself. And in the meantime, what we do are strengthening exercises to kind of wake the muscles up, wake the nerves up, and create nerve impulses to go there. Good, okay, so you're full motion there. And now let's take a look. All right, now I know this is gonna be a tough one, but can you lift your wrist up at all?
Not really.
Okay, how about this way?
No.
Okay, but you do have a little bit of motion there, so that's
yeah.
that's good. Any pain?
No.
Okay.
It's like
Little,
it's the muscle.
Like muscle working?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And you know, you also have to understand your tricep was actually cut into to have them insert the plate, so that muscle is going to be weak just by nature of having the surgery.
Yeah, I told him not to mess with the muscle.
No, he probably moved it out of the way, but
Okay.
you have to cut
Yeah.
through here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Victor's break was severe, as this x-ray shows, and his recovery is going to be long and difficult. In order to be able to rebuild the muscles in his upper body, he must first regain his all-important grip strength. Even the simplest exercises are a struggle at this point.
Okay, again, no pain, right?
No.
Okay. So what I think also...
Bunch of soreness, that's all it is.
Soreness, yeah. Are you taking anything for it, or...?
Just a lot of glutamine.
Okay.
A lot of amino acids.
Good.
I mean,
Good.
definitely multivitamins. Just a lot of recovery drinks. I mean, fish
Perfect.
oils and.
Yeah. You want to keep your body, put good stuff into your body.
Yeah.
Keep a positive attitude. You know, half of this is mental. So you have to think, I mean, it sounds silly, but think positive thoughts, because I've really seen some very fast recoveries with people that have a good outlook on it.
Victor fully understands what Dr. De Palma is saying. In fact, what she has described is something every bodybuilder learns early on. All forward progress begins with your thoughts. Victor is no stranger to this mindset and knows that it applies to anything you want to do in life. As Dr. De Palma takes Victor through what are for him a few extremely basic movements, I can't help but notice how he shows such remarkable humility and humor in the face of such a major physical setback.
And Photoshop these.
Okay.
On purpose.
That's all I got. No, it's not too heavy for that arm, right?
Try bringing the hands up and down if you can. Good.
Okay.
Oh,
You got that?
Yep.
All right.
Good.
Focusing on squeezing here.
Again. Good.
Come up, up, yes. Excellent. You know, so throughout the process, we can continue to work on some of your back and shoulder muscles.
NYBB Blue is brought to you by MHP, the performance nutrition innovator. Go with MHP, the most trusted supplement brand of amateur and pro bodybuilders around the world. Despite his injury, in the gym, Victor is still able to give John and Marco inspiration as well as practical information.
On this one, people usually do leg press and they do the short movement, which is not really a leg press. The reason why we're doing it short now is because we're focusing on one single point. That's the bottom of the quad, which is right here. When you usually go lower, you're working the whole quad. We did the whole quad, we did the sweet teardrops, now we focus right down here. And that's why the movement, as you can see, will be shorter. Put one more plate. Yeah, since it's a shorter movement, you're allowed to add a lot more weight. Which again, when people usually, misconception is, hey, I do 15 plates on the leg press, but on a short movement, it's not the same way as a full leg press. And then 3 down. You know, there's the middle. There you go. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I always train hard. I don't know how not to train hard. However is it I'm feeling. It really doesn't matter. I just kind of make adjustments, and I still make my workouts difficult. But getting together with Victor, it just kind of, you feel like you need to keep up with a particular style with, you know, intensity, and you don't, it's just, there's no other level. You know, you're at the top level, and you just feel like you need to push every single rep as hard as you possibly can.
Come on. It ain't about just the screaming. It's just the, you know, being involved and volunteering to do it, and that hence pushes the other guy, and it has nothing to do with peer pressure, you know, or anything like that. You know, we're not trying to be superheroes here, just trying to motivate, and that's how you all definitely got to share that, and it's definitely got to come from one of us. Again, one of us might have more energy, but that energy can be transferred just by showing the dedication and doing the movement. Again, even though you don't think you have another setting, it just comes out, man.
Biggest comeback of all time, baby. Let's go. Come on. There you go. Come on. Go. Get it, baby. I see you. Come on.
One of the difficulties of being a top-level bodybuilder is finding good gyms that understand the kind of training that these athletes need to do. Luckily, the New York area has several. Steel Gym has been a staple of Victor's routine for many years, especially on leg day.
Right now, gyms aren't even gyms anymore. They're fitness centers. So you don't really get a true bodybuilding workout in a fitness center, only because they're very limited on free weights. Most of the machines are selectorized, and once you're doing the whole rack, you're limited as to the amount of poundage you can use. And over here, I mean, you have thousands of pounds, and they say you can't say enough about free weights. No matter how long you've been doing this, you got to do it. It's essential to build that muscle mass. I have to say the best equipped gym for legs in the city. Weights, unlimited amount, you know. Basically, it's a true bodybuilding gym, bodybuilding friendly. You just get the motivation in here. You definitely get the motivation. You know what I mean? There are a lot of great bodybuilders training here. Ovo Burke used to train here. You know, Caprice Murray, Victor Martinez, you know, I mean, just to name a few, but I mean, can't say enough. The equipment is everything. You know, a lot of times you go to a different gym and you have to improvise the exercise, but over here you get the machines that, you know, you're allowed to do that exercise.
Come on, buddy.
Rack it, rack.
So many different types of workouts, so many different types of machines, and at the end of the day, all it boils down to is just getting down and busting your ass as hard as you possibly can every single time you step into that gym.
Relax. Take it. Rack it, space it up. All right, take it, take it. Come on. No triceps, come on. Come on. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I have to say, made it through a good workout. After body's assessed, no injuries. Go home in one piece.
It was unfortunate what happened to him in Mexico. I kind of feel guilty about it because I almost feel like I should have, you know, been watching a little bit more closely, and maybe should have told him, hey, you know, don't do that, not a good idea. But when you're in that moment and there's so many fans and you're just trying to be a good representative of the sport and be a good person and take pictures, and you know, I kind of thought it was an innocent thing, and but sometimes I wish I would have told him, you know, don't do it. But I don't think this is anything different. I think he's gonna bounce back. I think he's gonna be great again.
He's gonna be in the top mix real soon. And I say that because of his heart. No other reason. His physical abilities are just like out of this world. The dude knows how to train, man. He knows, as bodybuilders, we learn how to get around things. It's just a different path. And because of his heart, I know that there's not gonna be no stopping him. Vic is definitely gonna be in the top mix, and don't be surprised if he just, for some reason, just shocks the world, man.
MHP's NYBB Blue is brought to you by Muscular Development Magazine and the MuscularDevelopmentStore.com. Shop the MuscularDevelopmentStore.com for great prices on all MHP products.